Today we're learning Takeover by Katatonia, and Riff 1 is going to teach you more about locking in with a drummer than a month of metronome work. Let's do it. What's going on? Welcome to Beholden to the Riff, the heaviest bass channel on YouTube. Let's get right into this. We are in drop B flat tuning, so grab your axe, tune up, and let's do this. This riff is subtle and deceptive. There are only a few notes, but there is plenty that can go wrong when you play it. The timing may seem like the obvious culprit, but even playing every note at the right time might not be enough. We're going to put this one under the microscope and figure out how to nail this one. But first, here's the first part of the riff, nice and slow. Such a cool riff, so interesting, so much fun to play. We're just playing two notes. That's the whole first section. We have the open third string, and then we have the 7th fret, which is the octave here on the 2nd string, 7th fret. So then at the end of the phrase, we walk up. So it's 4, 6 on the low string, 7 on the 3rd string. So 3 notes of movement in 12 bars, okay? And that's the entire part. The heaviness on this one comes from restraint. So when you play a riff that's sparse, you got almost nothing to hide behind. So every decision that you make about every note is there. It's highly audible. It's right in your face. And a big decision that we need to make is how long or short we're going to let a note sustain. So when we play along with the song, we really need to make sure that the notes don't die early. Okay, we let them sustain all the way through. So this isn't necessarily like a discipline problem. All of us learned by practicing where the notes start, right? But nobody really talks about when the note needs to stop. So when we lock in with the drums, here's what's actually going on. Like a drum is a hit and then it immediately goes away. So it's mostly attack. Okay, we have a little bit of resonance in the kick and the toms and stuff. The snare is like a hit and it just disappears right away. Cymbals, we have a little more kind of sustain, but for the most part, it's all about the attack. And in between all of that space, this is where our notes need to really live, okay? So when we stop the note early, we really have a hole or a space, which can be perfect for a part. But in this part, we really want the notes to sustain all the way through and support the rest of the band, okay? So think of the drums as really an outline, and the bass is the color that we need to fill in. Okay, so we need to spend just as much time practicing where the note ends as where it begins. This one, we need to spend a lot of time practicing where the note starts here too. So the timing on this one is 4/4, but it's a polyrhythm, okay? So it's really subdivided, and we hold notes over the bar line. So it can be easy to get a little lost and not hear the first beat of every measure. So we really need to lock in, and nothing better than using the head bob technique or tapping along with your fingers, okay? So a lot of these notes do come in on the and, so in between the head bobs, okay? And we really need to be locked in. One thing that's really cool with this song is all of the low notes played on the lower 2 strings are played against the kick drum, and all of the higher notes are played on the snare, okay? So this is a really cool technique to keep in mind when you're writing your own riffs. So this song does get out of the 4/4 time, just not here. It goes into like 6/4. It has a few bars of 2. It goes into 6/8 later in the song. But this opening section is all in 4/4. So the real secret to this, of course, is listen to it an embarrassing amount of times. Listen to it over and over and over until you internalize every kick drum, every snare, and then you'll nail it, okay? Before we get into the next section, I'd just like to take a moment to thank the Beholden to the Riff Patreon community. Your support means the world and makes all these lessons and all these tabs happen. Thank you so much. All right, here's the second half of the riff. So good. Such a fun riff to play. So this is one of the cleanest examples of locking in with the drummer. We are only playing on the kick and the snare every single time. And these subdivisions create like this real sense of anticipation. It's still like really sparse, okay? Really a lot of space in this song. So again, make sure to let every note ring out and sustain right until we play the next note. So another thing that might be helpful is to, while you're listening to this song, is to tap out the drum part, okay? So you could choose like your left knee or left hand and tap out the low parts with your left hand, tap out the high parts with your high hand. So, you know, like every time a kick hits, we're going to tap our left hand. Every time a snare is played, we're going to tap with the right hand. And this will really help internalize it without worrying about other things like, you know, striking the note, playing the right fret and all that stuff. So this can really help get that initial timing aspect down. So thanks for checking out the video. If you want to take this locking in with the drummer concept further, check out the workshop I just put together. It's the Heavy Bass Riffs workshop centered all around locking in with the drums. Check it out. Link is below.